right, so Speedy's back. He did the kickoff hour yesterday, then headed up to which Speedy had to be a celebration. Big news yesterday. Your mom completes her cancer treatments.
Yeah, it was a big deal. I've heard, and I've actually had some friends that just went through cancer treatment, and I've seen pictures posted and them talking about how when you finish out your last treatment, you ring the bell in celebration, and everybody in the everybody in the office knows, hey, wow, she's finishing up or he's finishing up.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's the birthday party singing at a restaurant.
That's it.
You know, everybody's coming over to celebrating.
Ring that bell, girl.
All the nurses and everybody in the office kind of shuts down what they're doing, and they walk over in celebration or whatever. So I was able to go to Alliance Cancer Care in Huntsville, who just has done an amazing job, I should say.
How good a job they done, buddy?
Amazing job.
Right.
They are just such nice people. Love the show.
Yeah. Well, that makes some good people right there.
Some of the staff members actually have been with the show for a long time. They were bringing back memories of bringing kids here, and they were showing me pictures of one of the kids sitting at your chair when they were young, and now they're 17.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, and it's just, you can hear the show playing in the lobby. I mean, they just absolutely love the Rick and Bubba show in the river there in Huntsville. And so it was a big surprise for my mom. My dad knew. My mom didn't know. And I had told you the day before, my dad calls, like most will, and, hey, look, I was talking to your mom. You don't need to come up here. I mean, you've got a lot going on. You don't worry about it. You don't have to come up here.
Don't ever take that back.
And I just stopped and I said, hey, Dad, I'm coming up here. Okay, well, your mom doesn't know that for sure. And I said, well, let's just keep it that way in case something happens. She won't be disappointed. He said, okay, it'll be our secret. And so he told me where Alliance Cancer Care was, and it's amazing. Him being legally blind, he knows directions like he can see. He's like, all right, get off on Jordan. That's an exit there in Huntsville, and you're gonna take a left. You can go on down, and this is the name of this road. And it's like to the T. I mean, it's like he tells my mom how to get places just off exit numbers and.
Don't
and
you
all
need a GPS? You got him.
So I pull up, and I'm about 15 minutes early because I didn't want to be late. And sure enough, here they come. She comes barreling in. And she parks. Of course, he can't see, so he doesn't know I'm there. So I can tell he's holding his phone up like this, like he's about to speak into it, and probably say, hey, son, we're here. I just wanted to let you know, kind of code to me. What he didn't know is that I was 2 parking spots over. And so she's kind of getting dialed in, and the system they've used, because she had finished her chemo portion and she was finishing now up the radiation side. She had to do both, which a lot of folks do. And so it was like 28, 30 treatments. I can't remember the exact number, but it was a lot.
Yeah.
And so you have to do those every day, but they only take 10, 15 minutes. So he would stay in the car. So he says, I'm going to stay in the car. She's going in. And so she opens the door, and I'm like, hey, cutie, or whatever. And of course, she was surprised, which made my day. And so,
yeah, it did.
And so she's like, well, walk me in, So we walk in, and of course, they're just there. Hey, Mrs. Wilburn, they just loving on her and stuff. And so I kind of hand her off to the staff, and I'm like, all right, I'm going back out because Dad's now wandering around the parking lot. Yeah. And so I go.
Probably still calling you saying we're here.
Right. And guys, him trying to get that mask on, it's crooked. It's all up in his eyes. Because I don't know what about that generation that needs it the most. They hate masks. They do. I don't know anybody that really likes them, to be honest with you.
No.
But
especially when they can't make their mind where they're good for.
Right. And it's all flat, like somebody had punched him in the mouth where, he'd been sitting on it or something. Sure. And so he's trying to get it situated. He's like, man, I hate this thing. I love you for coming, all this kind of stuff. And so we get in there, and I'm like, where can we sit? Because, you can only be in certain areas. A lot of people getting cancer treatment, by the way, a lot.
Sure.
And so she's like, hey, here's a little bench. You sit there. We'll let her know when you're ready to come back. And so we sit there for a little bit, and he comes out, Josh, and just a great guy. He comes out and goes, she's about to come out. We're about to ring that bell. We got a little area over here where we're just going to shut everything down and have a big moment. And so that's kind of where this video, I guess, goes from that moment on, and she comes out just to ring in the bell.
Look at here she comes. There she is.
Pay close attention to what she says at the end.
I love it.
Cowbell.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, my hands are shaking.
There's her little certificate of completion.
Certificate of complete.
Listen.
You want to see what I got to wear when I get home?
There we go again.
And they made a little science Alliance Care Cancer Care sign for Greg. Rang that
Speedy's
bell.
mom said yes to the dress. Rang that bell and beat cancer.
Yeah,
Funny.
yeah, but I don't know if you heard that.
I did hear that.
did. Yeah.
She told your dad, just wait till you see what I got to wear when we get home.
Right. Even with a mask on and finishing her last cancer treatment.
She's always going to have something sassy to say.
It just lit the room up. I don't know. I asked the staff this. I said, for a long period of time, I was asking my mom, are they putting chemotherapy in what they're sending or, putting into your body? Because you don't act like you're getting chemo. And then, of course, she started losing her hair, and I was like, okay, it's official.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she gets through that. Because you've heard horror stories. People are in the bed for a week after treatment, and they can't get around. And then you have others that go to work. It's amazing.
Right.
The different, how your body reacts. And so then she starts the radiation side, which is not as invasive, but she did the external, and then she had to do the internal, which was a little bit harder to do, but she still got through it. And I asked the nurses that, I'm like, what do you see? How does that, how can you explain that? And they said a lot of it, of course, is just, hey, some people it affects worse, but a lot it's just attitude. You're like, hey, I'm coming in, I'm going to beat this, I've got a good attitude. And a lot of times that can just conquer a lot. And then sometimes it can't. But my mom's attitude's just been amazing.
Yeah, well, I think they've proven, just like this thing you've seen, which is sad, when people have been married for a long period of time and one spouse seems to be in relatively good health, but the spouse dies. Well, if that person, you've heard the term, fails to thrive, goes down into a dark place and can't pull out of it, they usually die pretty soon after.
Right.
So there's a lot to that.
Yeah.
About thriving during that and your attitude and the way you approach it.
Well, I think your mom's just she loves life. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
obvious. She has a real
Yeah.
love for it, and you see that shining through.
Yeah, but
and all of
there's
that.
nice people. And then I just sat there on the bench. I was like, I'm not really. You think I'm an overgreeter and a nice guy?
Yeah.
And then I see the staff, how they welcome people in, and they're just all bubbly and stuff. I'm like, I'm not nice.
No, here's the thing. You're all over that. You think you're nice because of the people you hang around.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Right.
The company you keep, friend.
Yeah, this is a very weak conference. It's easy to win it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you think about it, where we go to work, and it's just like high energy and what.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that go to work and they have to deal with people coming in that are really having a bad time.
Unlike us, that if you kind of take us down in a bad place, we'll avoid you.
Yeah.
We'll try to see if we can't remove you from the situation.
Right. But thank you, Alliance.
They have to lean into it.
We'll get further away from you than if you've got COVID.
Yeah.
19,
yeah.
They have to lean into it every day.
Yeah.
No, we're nowhere near as nice as most people.
No, it's just
Not even
I
close.
left going, wow, I'm not that nice.
Right. You're only nice with everybody in here. That's not a big deal.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.